Chelsea will resume their Premier League pursuit of points with a trip to Wolverhampton Wanderers this weekend. The match is scheduled for Saturday, February 7, 2026, with kickoff at 3:00 p.m. UK time at Molineux Stadium. According to the club's official statement, the Wolves vs Chelsea match will not be broadcast live on British television and will not be available for live streaming in the UK. However, international fans will reportedly still be able to watch the match through their respective Premier League broadcasting rights holders. With a crucial match at Molineux and limited broadcast access, can Chelsea still deliver a performance worthy of the anticipation of fans around the world? Mudryk is back in the spotlight, this time not for football. The Chelsea winger has reportedly been banned from Counter-Strike 2 for 4 weeks on the Faceit platform for offensive comments made during an online game. This incident comes amidst a difficult time for Mudryk, who is still serving a football ban with Chelsea. Mudryk hasn't featured in the Premier League since October 2024, and his situation was further complicated after he was charged with an anti-doping violation in June of last year. Now, according to a report from Esports Insider, he's in trouble again for overreacting to an opponent's taunts in the gaming world. Faceit deemed his comments a breach of standards of conduct and imposed a sanction, indicating a repeat offense. However, Chelsea are reportedly still open to giving Mudryk a second chance when he's ready to return. With a string of problems on and off the pitch, can Mudryk bounce back and turn his career around at Stamford Bridge? Enzo Fernandez is back in the spotlight after being nominated for January's Premier League Player of the Month. The Chelsea midfielder reportedly performed consistently, starting all 5 league matches throughout January while only missing 2 all season. His role became even more significant when he was entrusted with leading the team as captain in 2 crucial matches. According to official records, Enzo scored 3 goals and provided 1 assist, with his most decisive moments coming in the closing minutes. He opened January with a dramatic equalizer at Manchester City, then provided an assist for João Pedro in Chelsea's win over Brentford. His impressive form continued with a penalty against Crystal Palace before closing the month in special fashion. With Chelsea trailing by 2 goals to West Ham, Enzo came on in injury time to seal a remarkable comeback. With such a significant contribution and a leadership mentality on the pitch, does Enzo deserve to end January as the league's Player of the Month? Eden Hazard has once again attracted public attention after his comments regarding his future as Chelsea manager. The Blues legend reportedly openly admires Cesc Fabregas and believes his former teammate is highly qualified to manage Chelsea. This statement comes just weeks after Liam Rosenior was officially appointed as the new manager. Speaking to Italian media, Hazard admitted to having spoken directly with Fabregas last summer. He described Fabregas as one of the best midfielders in history and believed he has a great destiny as a top coach. According to Hazard, Fabregas' experience with Como demonstrated his tactical intelligence and deep love for the game. Although Hazard didn't explicitly call for Rosenior to be replaced, his comments sparked speculation, especially since Chelsea is known for changing managers quickly. Given Fabregas' history and emotional connection to Stamford Bridge, is this just a dream for Hazard, or a sign of Chelsea's future? Chelsea are back in the spotlight ahead of their trip to Wolves, with the latest news regarding Reece James and Pedro Neto. Both are reported to be out of the EFL Cup match against Arsenal after failing their final fitness tests. According to Liam Rosenior, the problems they suffered were minor knocks, but the pain prevented them from playing. The good news is that James and Neto are said to have a good chance of featuring when Chelsea face Wolverhampton Wanderers on Saturday, February 7. Kickoff at 3:00 p.m. UK time at Molineux. Neto himself has extra motivation as he will be facing his former club. Rosenior emphasized that both are always ready to make sacrifices for the team. Chelsea currently sit in 5th place with 40 points, while Wolves are languishing at the bottom of the table. Given the current opponents and the potential return of 2 key players, is this the ideal moment for Chelsea to bounce back and make a strong response? Chelsea have shifted their focus back to the Premier League after being eliminated from the Carabao Cup. Thursday's training session at Cobham reportedly saw a sharp increase in intensity as Liam Rosenior personally led preparations for the match against Wolverhampton Wanderers. Despite the rain and cold weather, the Blues squad appeared to be working with full concentration. According to club sources, Rosenor demanded a swift reaction from the players after the defeat to Arsenal. He has begun laying the foundations for a comeback with high-intensity training to ensure the team is ready to put on an aggressive display at Molineux on Saturday afternoon. A busy schedule awaits, with the match against Leeds United just a few days later. After a day focused on recovery, this training session signaled Chelsea's commitment to a comeback. With renewed energy and a clear target, can the Blues meet Wolves' challenge and send a strong message that they haven't lost their way? Tosin Darabioyo is once again in the spotlight ahead of Chelsea's match against Wolves. The Blues center-back has reportedly returned to training after a lengthy absence with a hamstring injury. However, according to internal club sources, Chelsea are not willing to risk a comeback too soon. Tosin last featured against Brentford on January 17 before being withdrawn just before the hour mark. Since then, he has missed 5 consecutive matches, including the Carabao Cup tie against Arsenal. Although the injury is not considered serious, Chelsea's medical team is said to be exercising extreme caution, as hamstring injuries are prone to recurrence if treated hastily. Chelsea has opted to gradually adjust Tosin's training load to maintain his long-term fitness. Therefore, the trip to Molineux is considered premature, with the match against Leeds United at Stamford Bridge considered a more realistic target. This decision may seem safe, but is this caution the key to Chelsea maintaining defensive stability until the end of the season? After a narrow defeat to Arsenal, Rosenor didn't want Chelsea to play it safe. He stuck with a 4-2-3-1 formation, focusing on ball control and quick attacks down the wings. Goalkeeper Robert Sanchez remains the first choice. This isn't about perfect performance, but because he best understands the team's rhythm when pressed by away opponents. Right back, Malo Gusto was brought in because he's fresher and more aggressive. He's ideal for the intense duel at Molineux, especially since Reece James needs to be physically fit. Centre-back Wesley Fofana was chosen for his quick recovery. Trevoh Chalobah is an ideal partner due to his positional discipline and lack of panic. Left-back Marc Cucurella remains a starter. His contribution isn't limited to defense, but also helps overload the left flank. Defensive midfielder Moises Caicedo is the primary attack breaker. Enzo Fernandez assists him as a tempo regulator because Chelsea needs control, not chaos. Attacking midfielder Cole Palmer remains the mastermind of the game. Estevao is deployed for his creativity and bravery in duels. Alejandro Garnacho is chosen for his pace, the type that can keep Wolves deep in defense. Striker João Pedro is trusted for his mobility and link-up play. Delap is deployed as an impact sub. With this lineup, is Chelsea strong enough to steal points at Wolves' home? Liam Rosenor immediately stole the spotlight in his first month at Chelsea. The Blues' new manager was reportedly nominated for the Premier League Manager of the Month award for January, just weeks after being officially appointed. It's a near-perfect start, and that's no idle claim. In his first 3 league games, Rosenor recorded a 100% win record. Chelsea beat Brentford 2-0 at Stamford Bridge, continued his positive run with a 3-1 victory over Crystal Palace, and then closed January with a dramatic 3-2 comeback against West Ham thanks to a last-minute goal. According to club insiders, what made this achievement so special was the packed schedule, the FA Cup, EFL Cup, and Champions League matches all interspersed in the winning streak. Rosenor is now competing with experienced names like Sean Dyche, Andoni Iraola, and Michael Carrick. But the atmosphere around Chelsea is clearly different. There's a new energy, a new belief, and a sense of this could be something. The question now is this consistency truly Rosenor's, or is it just the beginning of a great story at Stamford Bridge? Aaron Anselmino is back in the spotlight, not because of his performance, but because of questionable player management. Chelsea signed him in the summer of 2024, then let him stay at Boca Juniors until January 2025. Throughout the 2024-25 season, he reportedly didn't get a single minute with the first team. Due to a full squad, Anselmino was loaned to Borussia Dortmund in the summer of 2025. There, he slowly broke into the first team and began to find his rhythm. But January 2026 changed everything. Chelsea failed to sign their coveted center-back Jeremy Jacquet. According to inside sources, a sudden decision was made. Anselmino's loan to Dortmund was terminated. He returned to London with renewed hope, even leaving Dortmund in an emotional state. But the harsh reality set in, he was once again out of the plans. On the final day of the transfer window, Anselmino was loaned to Strasbourg, while Chelsea recalled Mamadou Sarr from the same club. The question is, was this about team needs, or a clear example of player management chaos in the era of multi-club ownership? Kenan Yildiz is back in the transfer market spotlight after Eden Hazard dropped a major hint about his future. The Juventus winger is reportedly on the radar of Chelsea, Arsenal, and Manchester United, following his impressive performances for both club and country. Since breaking into the Juventus first team in 2023, Yildiz has made over 100 appearances and continues to develop into a key player. However, Hazard has a different view. The Chelsea legend revealed that his children idolize Yildiz and hope he joins the Premier League. However, according to Hazard, Yildiz's playing style is actually better suited to Real Madrid. This statement immediately sparked new speculation, especially since Los Blancos are known for recruiting young, mentally strong talent. Juventus are reportedly keen to secure Yildiz with a new contract, but interest from elite clubs continues to grow. So, will Yildiz follow Hazard's footsteps to the Santiago Bernabeu, or will he choose the Premier League? Chelsea is once again in the spotlight ahead of their Premier League clash against Wolverhampton Wanderers at Molineux. Ahead of Saturday afternoon's match, the Premier League has reportedly appointed Jared Gillett as the match referee. This appointment comes at a crucial time for Chelsea, who are maintaining their positive league momentum. Despite recently being eliminated from the Carabao Cup by Arsenal, Liam Roseneu's side have reportedly won their last 3 Premier League matches and are aiming to extend that streak to maintain their Champions League qualification hopes. The head-to-head record also favors the Blues, having won their last 3 league matches against Wolves by convincing aggregates. Wolves themselves are in a difficult situation, languishing at the bottom of the table and facing relegation. With pressure on both sides, will the referee's decisions determine the outcome of the match at Molineux? Raheem Sterling has once again become a topic of conversation after his contract with Chelsea was officially terminated last January. This decision ended Sterling's difficult period at Stamford Bridge, where he reportedly hadn't played since the 2023-24 season. Chelsea were reportedly eager to offload the veteran winger, even surprising interested clubs like Union Berlin. While the exact figure wasn't disclosed, former Chelsea executive Christian Purslow revealed a surprising possibility. According to him, Chelsea could pay up to £20 million to terminate Sterling's contract early. With a base salary, taxes, and other contributions, keeping Sterling without playing would be considered more expensive for the club. Sterling, on the other hand, is believed to only be willing to accept a contract termination if it remains financially profitable and opens up the door for free agency. Chelsea, therefore, chose to take a loss to clean up the squad. The question is this a smart business decision or evidence of Chelsea's costly recruitment mistakes in the past?